Okay, welcome to the beginning bit of the video where I just make sure everything is working. I'll just see, yeah, chat is coming up. That's good. It's coming up quicker than it used to. That's good. Fantastic. Okay, no worries. I think that is, no, that's not working. That's okay. Right, that's fine. Try one more time. See if I get playback on my video. Otherwise everything else is okay. I think that's working now. Perfect. Okay, right, well, I'll make a start then. Hi, I'm Chris and this is my game Realm of the Empress. It's a single player fantasy adventure board game where you explore a large open area, in this case Port Ovis, do quests, learn and upgrade a variety of skills, buy weapons and armour and upgrade those to progress your character. There's also a main story that takes place in your dreams and should hopefully act as a hook to keep you wanting to play more and find out what happens in the game. In this video series I'm going to be doing a full playthrough of the whole game. Each video should be about an hour long, or each stream should be about an hour long, give or take. They've been a bit longer lately. We'll try to keep it down to an hour. But the last playthrough I did was about 60 hours, so it should be quite a long series. Feel free to write any comments on any of the videos, or if you catch a live stream, write something in the comments or in the chat. Any feedback is more than useful, and it's kind of the reason why I'm doing this. I'm streaming Monday to Thursday, 7 PM UK time, every week for the next few months. Next few months now, and until we get through the whole thing, really. So yeah, like I said, any feedback's more than welcome. That'd be great. So I won't bother doing a big recap. I'd recommend watching the first video and then working your way through it and how you start the game. There's lots of stuff you can do in this game basically, so it's better just to go from there. I've got a quest log here, a tracker. I've got 8 quests going on at the moment. It's just a homemade tray, and all the quests are just little stacks of cards. They are labelled A to Z, and they're all varying lengths and just numbered 1 to whatever. Also in here I've got where we left off last stream. So we're at the blacksmith and we've done 8 steps. This is our character marker and our tracker, a 12-sided die. So I'll just show you quickly what the map cards look like. They're just mini cards. We got over 300 of them, and they're grouped together in 50s. So in the top left hand corner is the number of the card. In this case it's 175, and then we've got numbers for north, east, south and west, so you know which card to pick if you want to go in those directions. The bushes, the big sort of dark blobs on here, are barriers, so if they were to cover a whole side of the card you wouldn't be able to go that way. You can't swim and you can't climb up and down sort of large cliff faces. Hopefully that makes a fair bit of sense. So yeah, we've done 8 steps. We've also got a character tracker. So again, a nice homemade tracker here. The top left we've got our equipment. We are going to do a leather armor sort of run for this playthrough. So we've just at the moment got boar hide armor. We've got a bronze short sword that we got from a quest, and we bought an oak shield to give us some blocking during combat. We get a satchel at the beginning of the game, and that gives us this space here. We use these 1/2-inch chits, so we can store 35 in this satchel. Nothing can be stacked though, and some are slightly different shapes, like this fishing rod, which is a bit longer, and the pickaxe and the axe as well. So you keep it all in your satchel. You can only access items in your pouch during combat. So this is where you want to keep your food, as that's the main item that restores your health. We've got a space for quest items, and a dream deck. So every night you've got a chance to dream. And like I said from the intro, this is something that's hopefully going to keep you wanting to play more and find out what happens. We did a quest which lets us stay in the inn by paying at the end of the week instead of having to pay at the beginning. So we've already paid that off, and it gives us this 70 slot space for keeping some items. You can stack one item up to 5 times as well, so you get a lot of extra space, but you can only access this space when you're on that map card. There's a skiff storage which we haven't unlocked yet. The weather is raining at the moment. It can either be okay or raining. When it rains, animals don't come out in the woods, so you can't hunt for animals, which was a bit of a problem last stream. And then we've got a hand-drawn map from Merwin, the innkeeper. There's a special spot for this just because it's the only map of the area, and it's good. Well, it's the only way we can sort of decide which way we want to go, basically. So that's everything. So yeah, we've got I'll show you the tracker. So every 12 steps is 1 half hour. So we've got a tracker here which keeps track of a lot of different things. Time in the top left. We've got a morality system that will decrease if you do something like stealing or pickpocketing, and can only be restored by doing quests. I've got a whole bunch of skills all at level 1 at the moment. Probably be good to upgrade some of those at some point. We've got the day of the week and the week of the month, so we're on day 5 of the first week, and then we're all level 1 leather armor gear as well. So last stream we almost got killed by a bee swarm, so that wasn't so good, but it did help us in realizing that we really need to upgrade our armor. I've only got 1 health at the moment, and so I want to use up a bit of time, so I'm going to do some fishing. I don't know, we probably need a bit of gold actually, so the fishing would help us with the gold, and then we could probably do a bit of mining before it turns to night. Then we're going to go to the inn and sleep for the next day, and we're going to hope it's not raining tomorrow, in game tomorrow, because we really want to learn cooking so we can cook a bunch of raw meat that we've got. And you can cook meat to different successful levels really, and the better you cook something, the more health it will restore. So we want to do that before our inventory fills up too much with raw meat, and we get that mainly from the fishing we're doing. So what we want to do is try to level up our armor a little bit. We've got boar leather, so we need to kill some boar to get their hides to then pay to upgrade. So right, we're going to do the fishing first, and there's a fishing mini game that I can show off that we've done a couple of times now, but it's I think it's probably one of the better ones in the game, so it's good to show it off a bit. So from here we are going to go east and north and then round a little bit, so I'm going to pop this around there, and that should hopefully be good enough for us. We want 174. Or maybe we can just sort of skirt up a little bit. Let's try going off-piste. In this game, if you get lost, you follow a path that will always, and paths always lead to buildings, and that's where all the characters are. So if you ever get lost, find a path and it will take you somewhere where you can do something, basically. But we're going to go off the path a little bit here. There aren't any random encounters. I've been thinking about the idea of putting random encounters in some places, but it's a bit difficult because they would kind of either be static, so they'd always be in the same place, or I'd have to come up with a system where perhaps after a certain amount of time you roll a die or take a card from a deck and you get a random encounter. But I'm not sure if that adds anything to the game, so that's one of the things I'm thinking about. So here's our at the moment it's not in. Here are our map cards, over 300 in 50s. We want 125. We're going to go north, so we take 125. And we're heading towards the river node. We've got a couple of worms we're going to use as bait. So let's go up a little bit. And then 1, 2, 6. Actually, yeah. Actually, I don't know if we need to do that. Maybe we can just do 116. So this is what I like about the game, is you can kind of we can go up a little bit, but then we can't go up any further from there. Right, let's go east 115. So what I like about the game is you can remember roughly where things are, or look at Merwin's map, but it's fun just to sort of explore a little bit. And we've got some mining nodes there we can try to remember, or keep a log of where the things are, perhaps even as well. So we're going along there. We've got some foraging nodes, and then we're going to go up to 67. So now that I don't need, I'm going to switch over the group of 50. I'm going to move the die. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 67. And then 68. So I should just show this off. This card is a special one because we've got a cliff edge going along here. We can't go up or down, so we have to find this special stone stairway. It's the only way, well, it's not the only way. It's the quickest way from where we are to get over these cliff edges. You can go all the way around because it does get smaller and smaller the further east you go, but it's a long way to go. So we're going to go 1, 2, and then up, and then 3 because we're at the top now. So even though we're on this card twice, we have to sort of follow the route that we're doing. Then we're going on top now, so we're going this way. We need 66. And then 65. So going east to west, or west to east, or left to right, or right to left, is always going to be sequential with the map cards. So going north to south is usually a bigger jump in the numbers. So then we want 117 going south from there. It's 3, 4, 5, 6. South 117. There it is. We'll do 118. We're going to go past the wood shop, but we don't need to go into the wood shop. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 2. 1, 7, 8. I think it's next. Next one. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 steps. 1, 7, 8. There it is. Alright, I'll just show you what the fishing node looks like. So there's river fishing or sea fishing. There were two nodes sort of at opposite ends of the map. River fishing is good at the beginning because you can only get, it has the best medium fish you can catch, but you can't get any large fish at the river, but you can at the sea. So once you get some maggots, which are the best bait to have on your fishing rod, it's good to go to the sea to try to get some bigger fish. But we don't have any maggots yet because we can't really kill the night stalkers that only come out at night. They're the ones that have maggots, but they've got a bit too much health, so we need to prioritise getting more armour first. And then we want the cooking skill, and then we want to kill some maggots, and then kill some night stalkers to get maggots, to get some money, to level up a bit more. We want to get bear armour, bear leather armour at some point, and then also wolf leather armour, but you can only get that by hunting them or finding them in the woods at night. So yeah, we've got a bit of a way to go. So anyway, we're going to do some fishing, so I need to make a bit of space for the fishing. Let's put this up here. Hopefully reasonably out of the way. Gonna have to go along with it. Might have to move that just to the side. Okay, right, the fishing mini game. We are going to use. We bought ourselves a new fishing rod. You get an old fishing rod from a quest. That takes a long time. I think it's 12 hours. It takes like 12 hours with the old fishing rod 6 hours. 6 hours. So it's 12.5 hours. That's what I was remembering. 6 hours with the old fishing rod. 4 hours with the new fishing rod. So we're actually going to need to keep that out a little bit to set up our fishing. So we got worms, unfortunately. We did use crickets before, but we've only got worms left now. So we're going to use up a worm. I'll just put the chip over there. And we've got a bunch of cards for fishing. They all say fishing on the front. On the back we've got nothing cards. Let's see if you can see that. We've got nothing cards. And then we've got different type. We've got treasure chests. Is that going to focus maybe? Treasure chests, unidentified object, and then a bunch of different sized fish. Small, medium and large. I think though with worms we only get a chance to get small fish. We can only reveal 4 cards. So worms aren't great, but it is good to pass the time. And make a bit of money whilst doing it. If we get 3, I don't know. We need, for another quest, we need to give Nuth, this guy at the pub, 3 fish of any type, and then we can learn a new game, an in-game game, a kind of poker light fishing, poker light, not fishing, poker game that you play in the pub, and you can bet money and double. You know, you can only do it a certain number of times, but you can make a bit of money that way. Money is the only resource you really to upgrade things. You need the hides and that kind of thing, but money, gold, you need from almost everything. So I've tried to make quite a few different ways to earn it. So that's why I got the poker mini game as well. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to make a deck of cards. So it's going to be 20 cards, I think, altogether. Yeah. So we need 11 nothing cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's all the nothing cards. We shuffle up the small. Do we shuffle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Yeah. So we need 7 small fish. That's not all of the small fish. That's why we've got to give them a bit of a shuffle. Yeah, if we don't get much, we'll get a few. We'll get a bit of raw meat if we get anything. We might not get anything, of course. There's also a bit of mining we could do. Potentially. I don't want to put that down there. That goes up there. Right, 7 fish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Put those away. We still put the 2, the river, the unidentified object, and the small treasure chest. Well, struggling to say. So we're going to just put all the fish in randomly in between the nothing cards. And then we'll also randomly put treasure cards in. Then we're going to give it a shuffle. So we only get 4 chances to get something. Oops. We only get 4 chances to get something in the fishing with worms. But we'll see how we get on. I don't think we're going to get 3 fish. We'll be very lucky to get 3 out of 7. So we want to make a 4x5. I have to move that out of the way. So that's 4. Is that all in? Move it across a bit. 5, 5. So you can lay it out however you'd like. It's going to be that. Like that. And the way you take the cards is if you get a nothing card, the ones north, east, south and west of it will also be taken away. So it means that logically you want to take just the corners because you can only lose 2 cards instead of 4. So we could try that, but it also depends on how well you shuffled, because sometimes you'll get fish cards right next to each other, or at least I do when I try to shuffle. Let's see how we get on. It's a nothing card, so we take the two next to it and we hope that they weren't anything great. Let's take something there. That's also a nothing card. So that's 2 goes. We're not doing well. Come on. Yes, we get a fish. We got ourselves a sunbleak on turn 3, so that's at least something. And then we've got one more go. Should we just try, see if it's the next one? No. Okay, so there's the fishing. And that has used up 4 hours of time. We did get 1 sunbleak, so we got 2 gold and 1 raw meat. So like I said, the raw meat is quite, well, it's very helpful. We didn't get anything particularly good though. None of the unidentified objects or anything like that. Oh, well, it is quite difficult, that one, just based on the amount of nothing cards you have. Right, so we get 1 raw meat. Let's get that. We really do need to learn cooking because we can use up all these raw meats trying to cook some decent meat, which is very good for getting your health back. And we get 2 gold. Is that right? Yeah. So the gold in this game is we use real coins to make things a bit more fun. So we're using these Chinese fortune coins. So just put, and we have a coin purse, which is quite empty. We've only got 12 gold in there at the moment. Now we've got 14. Doesn't make a big difference, unfortunately. I've also got a little tracker for that too. But what we have done is used up a bit of time, which is really what we wanted to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 4 hours. So we've got 1, 2, 3 hours left. We could maybe do a bit of mining. So that's that. There's a bit of setup for the fishing game, but I mean there's a bit of setup for quite a lot of stuff in this game really. But that's okay. Right. What are we going to do? We could probably just leave that. That was there. That's there, and then that's there. So we can just leave that where it is. That's fine. What we want to do then is go back to the blacksmith. Well, actually, bring it down a little bit. I would do maybe a little bit of mining, maybe just 1 bit of mining here. So 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 11, 12, we'll go here. So that's 1 more half hour used up. So the way mining works is the amount of cards you put down. So each card is half an hour. So we've got, well, maybe we could put 4 cards down because we want to make it to the inn before sundown. We could go now and sleep, but I wanted to, well, we'll just try our luck, see if we get something. So using the mining node here, the nodes get used up, except for the fishing ones, they don't get used up. I'll just put these worms away. I can't find the worms, there they are. Yeah, the fishing nodes don't get used, but all the other nodes do. So I've got a little used node icon that you put on the map card somewhere, and then it resets after sleeping for 5 hours. So mining level 1, we want all of the level 1 cards. It says it on the front. I don't know if you can see that. There are a lot of level 1s, and then you just add better cards in for level 2s to 5. There we go. So we don't really need mining because we're not doing plate armor, which is you'll need to get the ore and then turn it into ingots. The same way we need hide to turn into leather. but you know, we've got a bit of time in this game. Yeah, I'm struggling to think of what to do with time skipping. I initially had you have to eat a bit of food, and then the sort of the better the food is, the more time you can skip, because that kind of makes logical sense to me. But then it's just a one-player game, so maybe just have it where you can just say you skip forward some time. But I quite like the fact that, you know, it should encourage you to do some kind of other skill just to skip forward in time a little bit. I'm tempted to say maybe, you know, the last 4 hours of the day you can just go to bed whenever as well. Anyway, we got 4 cards we're going to put down. You follow the arrows in this game of the cards you put down. They've got an arrow, and then they'll have hopefully either rock or an ore, hopefully an ore on the card, and some of them will say stop, and then you have to stop and go to another node. First one, copper ore and a stop. So that's not too bad. That's not too bad. I'll show you what that looks like. So this is what they look like, and this says stop, so we have to stop, but otherwise they'd have arrows to for us to go in the right direction. So copper ore is 3 gold, and it might not sound like a lot, and it's not, but they can be quite helpful just to have a bit of extra gold coming on. Every little bit does make a difference. Right, a bit of copper ore. Shuffle that back in. We will move 1, and we've done another half hour. So we can only move 1, 2, 3. Well, I only want to do 2 cards actually. 2 cards for one of these. Don't want to push my luck because I've only got 1 health. I don't want to eat one of my pies to get more health back. It's a bit of a waste to do it just before we go to bed, and we replenish all our health. So we'll say 2. 1. Oh, 2 cassiterite. That's 4 gold. That's okay. Well, yeah. Do I have cassiterite? I was going to say we're going to. I've got it right here, so might as well take it out. Or I'll just put it here because we're going to go and sell it straight away. I'm not going to bother doing another one. We're just going to leave that. That's half an hour. Where am I? Yeah, there is a. Well, might as well. Might as well. We can only do 1. Maybe we'll get another stock. Maybe we'll get 2 iron ores. That's what we really want. No, just some rock. Right. So that is an hour gone. We've got cassiterite. And 2. Yeah. Well, is there another node? Not sure where the other node is actually. Oh, that doesn't go there. That goes there. That other node's there. Well, let's just go back. Right, we're going to go down here to. We're going to sell the 2 cassiterite for 4 gold. And we're going to sell the copper ore. Was it 3? Copper ore was 3, 4. Just double check. Copper ore. 3, yeah. So 3 plus 4 is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That makes a difference at this beginning part of the game. So 7 on top of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 22. That feels a bit better. A bit of weight. Well, not much. A little bit. Better than what it was. Right. Anyway, we did those nodes. We're going to go back to the inn and sleep anyway, so we don't need to worry about that right now. So 1, let's put the mining back. You do need a pickaxe obviously to do it, but I've got other rules that perhaps say you have to have it in your hands equipped to use it, because sometimes if you can access nodes at night, so maybe it can be a thing to do that. I don't know, it's just an idea. Right, 174. Let's go back to the inn and sleep and hope for no rain tomorrow. 173. 2 and 1, 2, 8. Yeah, we want no rain, and then we're going to go boar hunting. 1, 2, 8. One, 2, 9. Go across 130. There's the pub, which means we're not too far. 1, 3, 3. 108. 108. And then 107. That's the inn. Move that out of the way. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. So it did take a half an hour. We've got 1.5 hour left. That's okay. So we're going to sleep. So we put away all the cards we just took out. I guess we're not going to do anything at night, are we? So we could keep them out. What was our plan? We're going to go into the woods over here and then south. So maybe we could keep them out for now. Right, we're going to sleep for the full amount of hours. So that's the first thing we're doing. So the amount of sleep, you get a sleep bonus for the amount of hours you sleep. So if you sleep for the full duration of night, then you get, I think it was 10. Have a look. Where's my sleep? There it is. Yeah, 8 hours at night is 10 health. So we get 10 on top of our standard amount, which I think was, it's 5 for our species that we picked. Plus we've got our armour, which is just level 1 all boar. So that is not there actually. It's here. So what was it? 5 plus, that is 9, 10, 11, 12, 5, 9, 10, 12 plus 5 is 17. I think I was doing 18 before, it's actually 17. So we've got 27 health to begin with. So hopefully we'll be able to take down a boar with 27. I think they've got 25, and we've got some health potions. Right, we're going to roll for whether or not we have a dream. Probably will have a dream. I haven't decided how often to have dreams. At the moment it's very likely you have a dream. There are only 10 dreams, so I didn't want you to go through them every single time, but so far every time we slept we have had it, so I don't know. It's a 1. Well, that means we don't have a dream. Yeah, we sleep as normal with a 1 and 2. So that's fine, and then we want it not to be raining. It's a 4. I think 5 and 6 is rain. 5 and 6 is rain, so we're okay with weather. Finally we can hunt. Right, we're going to kill some boar today. I'm going to change my little weather token to OK. And we don't have a dream, so we don't get another dream card. Otherwise everything else is the same. Right, we need to get some armour. We're going to go up here. We can pick up a tasty meal from Sarah. She was making us one. It's now the next day. There are a couple of quests where things get done in the next day. So I think now, I think that quest is here, and we've got to wait another day for that one. So there are a couple of quests. Let me show you. I have these little boxes in the bottom. At the moment, that's what I'm doing for them, just to track them. So they've got little X's that I've been putting just in pencil in the boxes at the bottom there. Wait 3 days and take J4. This is for like a little puzzle that this guy was trying to do. So we could go back to him and sort that out. But we've got to get some armour first. We've got to learn to cook. Right. Well, we can pick up our tasty meal from the farm, so we're going to go up. Actually, I think we could do that. Yeah. So 1. It's a new day. It's a new dawn. We're back to 32. And we're now on day 6. We need to have 50. Well, we ideally want 50 gold for when we're at the end of day 7, end of the first week, because we'd otherwise need to pay 50 gold at the beginning of the week normally. It was just because of that quest that we did at the end. You don't have to sleep in the inn. There is wild sleeping, but you can be attacked at night. We don't really want to do that. So hopefully we can do some fishing as well. Right. We want to go north 73. Yeah, we have to go north. Yeah, if you're not doing anything at night, I guess it's fine just to keep these out, but normally you would pack them away and take them out again, but there's no real point in doing that, I think, if you're not actually exploring at night. So going up there, and then we want 72. I think there's the farm, yeah. And we're going to go along from the farm as well. Well, let's not do that now. Let's go to the farm. 2, 3, 4. Farm. Sarah's got us a tasty meal she was cooking. I'll show you that. So I just put the chit on her character card so we remembered. So we can just pick that up now. Tasty meal is a good one. That's going to give us 20 health. It's almost a bit too good at the beginning because we don't even have 20 health as our max. So it would be a bit of a waste to eat it because you can't replenish your health over your standard health and defense that you get from your armor. Doesn't include your sleep bonus, so that extra 10 we got from a sleep bonus is massive. Almost, well, doesn't quite double it, but it goes from 17 to 27, so that's pretty good. Right, we want to go along then 70, but we'll have to use it if we need to, obviously, but we want to try not to. Do we want to pick up some more apples? Do we want to pick up some more apples? We need 5 apples to make a pie. And Sarah actually at the farm will make us some. 1, 2, 3, 4 we can only get. Have I got 1 apple? No. I've just got some berries. Right. That's fine. Let's go into the woods and try to encounter a boar. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Right, we're going to go into the woods and we roll a 8-sided die every move in the woods, and time is doubled in the woods. So we'll have this out. I should change the encounters rate. So 1 to 3 is a nothing, 4, 5 is a rabbit, 6, 7 is a boar, and an 8 is a bear. Yeah, we wanted to make the bear a bit more difficult to get. So we'll try to remember that. We'll keep it out to have a look. So we're going into the woods, so every step is now 2 steps. And we roll our 8-sided die to go in. Right, let's do that then. So we're going in. You keep track of a couple of things. We want 63. So it has to be a card with this dotted pattern on it for it to be considered in the woods. So hopefully you can see the dotted pattern there. The node there's for logging. We're not going to do any logging, so it doesn't matter about that. We can just ignore that. So that's 11, 12, 1. So that's 1/2 hour in the woods. And then we roll. So we want to be getting a 6 or 7. Really. So we only need 1 hide to level up 1 bit of gear, but we've got 5 bits of gear to level up. So we can focus on 1 bit to level up all the way, which I don't think is really what we want to do, because you want to buy bear armour as well. So there's no point fully upgrading the boar armour if we're going to just sell it. But it does sell for more money the more you've upgraded it. So maybe it's worth thinking about if it's worth the effort. That was a terrible throw. Do that again, try to get it in the box this time. 5. It's not good. That is a rabbit. That's a rabbit. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not what we want. So a rabbit is a 50-50 chance of getting one of these guys. I think we just get raw meat from it. I can't remember. So we just get these cards, give them a bit of a shuffle, pick one. It's evasion. We receive nothing. Fantastic. Let's put it back, actually. Fine. So here's another quandary I've got. Is we've got, I guess, should we have our encounters act like a node, where if you've encountered one on one map card, does it get like a used icon on it, or 2, 3, we just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until we get what we want? Don't know. Don't want it to be too punishing. 6. That's what we want. We're boar. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Boar, 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 boar. Right, bear, boar, bear, bear, boar. Okay, right. Combat with the boar. So, let me tell you about the boar. They have, every encounter will have a information card. In the top left, you've got their name and then what they are. They can either be an animal, a creature, or a monster. Then their health 25, we got 27, so we should be okay. There's a sneak level, so if you do the sneak, you can sneak away from the animal, or I believe get an extra hit in at the beginning if you do the sneak, so you get an extra attack for the sneak. We've got end of round 1, end of round 2, if they're still alive. Basically they do an extra attack, and then the loot at the bottom. So on the back of all the cards there are a couple of rectangles, card icons. This one has 2, so that means you reshuffle all the cards after the second round. Okay, so there are 3 turns to every round. So the boar will have its own deck of attacks with a couple of misses in there too. Everyone at the moment in this game has a few misses. I think almost everyone, except for some of the harder bosses perhaps don't. Maybe they do, a couple. So there's always a chance an animal can miss you, and you've got 4 misses in your starter deck. Well, actually always in your deck. You can't get rid of the misses, but you can increase the amount of cards you've got, so that should decrease the chances of getting the miss, hopefully. So we shuffle them up. We're going to roll for sneak. We're only level 1 sneaking, but if we get 4 or more, if we get 4 or more, we can get an extra hit in before combat starts. That's what I did before. And we could run away. It is a 4, so we can get a hit in at the beginning. So we've got our weapon deck, which is a combination of a starting deck for a short sword, a bronze short sword, and an oak shield. So I only took 2 from the available 4 blocks from the oak shield as a starter deck, because you can only have 12 as a max for the starters. I didn't want them to be all blocks, basically. So we take 4 cards for our hand, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we always, and the creature we're fighting always goes first. So we do the boar. They do a bite. Okay, so that's not an initiative attack. So that means, let's bring these over. That means we can still do our extra attack before combat starts. So we can do a hit. Let's have a little look at what we've got first. We've got 2 parries, a slash, that's our best hit, we're doing 4 damage, and a block. Ooh, that's good. So we could do our slash before combat begins. Let me just put our tracker up for our enemy. Well, they got 25. 25 health. 25. So we got 27 versus 25. Okay, right, we're gonna, because we got that, we're gonna do our slash before combat, before the first turn. So this is round 1. Normally there are only 3 turns in a round, but there are exceptions. So we can do that here at the beginning. We pick one back up because we always start a round with 4 cards. So we picked up a stab, an iron. So different weapons can combine different amounts of cards per round. So a short sword, you can combine 2 cards together in 1 turn, but you will only get 1 card back. So it's definitely good to save that when you've got a big hard hit or you desperately need to block and do a hit. So I definitely want to put I could put 2 parries down here, for example, which blocks for 2 and does 2 damage. So I could block 4 and do 4 damage, and then I would have done 8, which I think I am going to do that. I am going to do that. So I'm going to put those 2 together, but I only pick 1 back up again, which is a crit hit. So that means times 2 for what you put down. So you can only put 2 cards down. That includes the crit. So I can only crit 1 card, which would be the stab. So that could be 4 damage. So we've done 4 plus 4 is 8 damage to it. It is a none to us. It's doing another bite. This is turn 2. Do I want to block? So now I've done that, I can't combine until the next round. So I might just block that. I can do 12 damage this go, but I'm going to just... Ooh, but they do have a charge which is 6 damage. I want to I might just take... Well, I want to keep that crit though, really. I want to keep the crit because you don't reshuffle until after round 2. So I can keep these cards. I could keep some of the good ones. I'm just going to put the stab down. Pick up 1. Which is a miss. It's not good. Ah, they do a miss as well. Right, I'm going to drop my miss because that means it's out of my deck. So I've still got my crit and my block for the next turn. So normally you tally up as you go, but because I was blocking all the time, I didn't really need to tally mine up because that's just so when you need to eat some food to replenish some health, that will take up 1 turn instead of blocking or attacking. But I didn't take any damage. Oh, I did take damage here. 4 damage. Did take 4 damage. That's okay. So that means I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 23. But I did well that turn. We have done 8, 10. It's on 15. Good, good, good. That was a good round. So that's the end of round 1. And it says, let me just show you. Oh, no. Did we do 10? 4, 8. Was not paying attention. Oh, so this is an extra little thing. This is not good. I completely forgot. At the end of round 1, if lost 10 health, then they do a charge attack. Charge attack is for 6 damage, I'm pretty sure. So, they have done a charge attack to us. We take 6 damage because I wasn't paying attention. That's not good. That means we've just done 10 damage to each other, haven't we? So, I should have been paying attention to that. I should have been paying attention. If it's still alive, it's going to do another charge. So we both lost 10. Foolish of me to forget about that. My parries are out of my deck. 1 miss is out. Oof. That means there are 3 misses in there still. And we don't get our extra hit. So we take 2 more. Oh, that's good. Okay, we get a swing and a crit. Well, that's a 6 damage. That's pretty good. And we've got 2 blocks. That's fine. That's fine. And then they go first. So round 2. Oh, it's a miss. It's a miss. It's good. It's good. It's good. Right. okay, I'm going to do the crit and the swing. That's 6 damage. How is 15? It's still going to be alive, isn't it? Okay, anyway. I pick up 1. Oh, it's another crit. It's doing a bite, so I'm just going to block that. Pick up 1. Miss. It's not good. Charge. Oh, that's its initiative. So every species that you choose to play as at the beginning of the game has a combat skill bonus and a skill bonus or a combat bonus and a combat bonus. So my species, the Fallen Fae, has a combat bonus of being able to turn 1 hit, or a block in this case, into an initiative. So initiative cards, let me show you, can only be countered by another initiative card. So if I didn't have that species combat trait, which can be only used once per combat, I'll just have to take the 6 damage because I don't have any initiatives. So yeah, I'm going to turn my block into an initiative to block that 6 damage. Which is annoying because I don't have that crit. This crit's going to go to waste. Okay. So I blocked and blocked, luckily. And I've done 6 to it. But it is still alive, isn't it? I've done 6, so it's got down to 9 health. It's still alive, so it's going to do 6 damage to me. Anyway, there's not much I could have done about that, I don't think. So I go down to 11. Ooh, and it's got 9. So I might want to... So that's the end of round 2. And we reshuffle everyone's cards. So we'll just do the animal first. So... yeah, I might want to use one of my turns to heal up. So I've got 11. I need a crit. Well, yeah. My hardest hits are 4. If I get a crit with that, I can do 8. And I just get 1 more hit. I could end it in a couple of turns. Best scenario. So the end of round effects take place again now that we've reshuffled. So we don't want to do 10 damage at the end of round 1. Well, actually we do. We wouldn't do that because it's only got 9 health. So all my cards are going to get reshuffled. Right, we can do this. We've got health. I've got some pies that will give me 10 health, but they don't heal up past your maximum defense and health together, which it was 17, wasn't it? So I've got to go down to 7 really before I need that. Right, so I take 1, 2, 3, 4 for my hand. Animal goes first. Does bite. There's no sneak for this one because we're already in combat, of course. I've got, what have we got? Stab, block, miss, slash. Ooh, okay, that's quite good. So I could combine my slash and stab to do 6. I'll leave only 3 left to do. I probably want to block. I can block and slash, or combo, or I could just block. Might just block. I've already used my turn a attack into an initiative, so there's no point saving that for the charge because it's an initiative, so I have to take that anyway. I could take 1 charge, pick up. Oh, okay, I've already done it. Another bite. Right, okay, that's good. I'm going to parry 2 and do a slash. So that's doing 6 damage to it. I'm taking 2. I pick up 1. It goes. It misses. Oh, that's good. So what did I do? 4, 5, 6. So 3 damage. I can do that. Swing and kill it. Fantastic. Right, because I killed it in that last one, it's obviously not going to do its 10. Well, in fact, it doesn't matter. We did that. So we've killed the boar. We have killed the boar, and it's done 2 damage to me. Some from 11 down to 9 health. So it was quite close. think quite close. Right, that's our first proper fight. Well, actually it's not. Yeah, last stream we almost got killed by the bee swarm. That was, I suppose, our first fight. This is our first success though. How are we doing? About 5 minutes or so. Right, so we didn't have to wander out too much in the woods to find that, so that's very good. And we got lucky with not getting too many charges on that, because I've had it in the past where you just get all these initiatives and yeah, we probably would have to flee if that happens. Anyway, we've killed the boar, so let's have a look at what loot we get. We get 2 raw meat and 1 boar hide. So that boar hide, you know what, we shouldn't, just realised, we should be doing this as part of a quest instead of this. That's okay, we'll do that next. So 2 raw meat. This is leather, yeah, okay. That is animal loot. Raw meat, got a lot of raw meat, we want to learn cooking. We've got to go down to Armour, who's our man, who does the cooking. Right, we're going to go south to 119. 119, where are you? Oh, we didn't get the boar hide. Let's try to find the boar hide. There are a lot of different things you can get from animals. Bear hide. Warfight. Always the last one, isn't it? Down at the bottom somewhere for some reason. Boar hide. There it is. Why is that at the bottom? So I only get 1 from killing the animal, but I don't. Yeah, I was tempted to make it so you'd need more the more you level up, but I think we don't need to make it a massive grind, do we? As you just saw, it took a fair bit of time just to get 1. Right, south 119. I'm going to roll the die. We don't want an encounter leaving the forest. 3, 4, 5, 2 to go out. Roll our 8-sided die. It's a 6, which is another boar. So we do have another encounter, but I think we're going to try to flee this one. Let's roll our sneak. We need a 4 or higher. It's a 6. We have sneaked past it. Can you see that? It's 6. Promise. 6. Yeah, we don't want it now. Realised. Right, that is the good thing. That's our skill bonus from our species. That we got sneak without having to sort of unlock it with a quest first. Right, we want to go down. We want to go to Odd. We've got to go like down through the woods, then back up through the woods. It's a bit annoying, but 6, 7. We're going to pack away some. I tell you what time is it? It's almost 8 actually. Right, we'll go down to Odd. That's going to take a bit of time. We need to pack up our cards anyway. So what we do is you take them from east to west or west to east, make a little stack, and then put them in the appropriate place in the map deck. So yeah, obviously there's a bit of upkeep with all this kind of stuff, but it doesn't take that long, and I don't know, I quite like it. I guess it's supposed to be a casual game. It's just you sitting on your own playing a game, having a little adventure. You can the idea is you can just sit down, you can just do a fishing mini game, or you can fish for a little bit, or you can do some combat and just sort of get some hide to level up your armor, or whatever. Really, do some quests, finish a quest, or start some new quests. The idea is there's supposed to be quite a few different things that you can do, and there's no rush. I mean, you have to pay your rent, but where's 120? You have to pay your rent, but that's about it. 50 gold, It's I think it's substantial enough to be something you have to be aware of. And I've got it at the moment, so you can pay it off any time during the week. So you could pay it off day one if you wanted to. Got a marker for that on the tracker, and then you're done, and you don't have to worry about it. So I quite like that as well. 128. Okay, the other ones are in the other deck, the other section, I guess. 62. We want just those. So yeah, I don't mind doing this. You get quite quick at it. You're just looking in the top left corner for the cards, and it's quite easy just to stack them up, east to west, west to east, or whatever. And we've done it already. So we're going to go south to Orod. So we're going to go 181. He's an NPC, a character we came across last stream. We thought we could learn to cook from. Well, you can learn to cook from him, but we have to do the quest first, and the quest requires getting a boar. So that's why we're going down there now, because it coincides with what we actually want to do, which is useful. 223, I don't think we have. So we're just going to go south, but again it's going to take double time. 8, 9, and we have to roll for every bit of movement. Yeah, we want to learn cooking as soon as possible. 2, that's good. We want to learn cooking as soon as possible, because getting raw meat from these encounters and then cooking it and then having that as something that heals your health back up again makes a nice loop for killing these monsters. That's the wrong one. And that's what we want to be able to level up our armor. We want to be able to be killing them, doing a bit of cooking, and leveling up and our armor at the same time as being able to eat some, as being well able to make regenerative food. 226. I'm just going to get that one down as well. 268 is the next one. So we'll do these. At the moment we need to just buy food. 9, 10, 11. Roll. 2 again. 12, 1. Roll. 4. 4 is a rabbit, and that's a half hour. 4 is a rabbit. Let's put the ball back, because we're not going to be doing the ball this stream. That's going to be next stream now, because we are just going to go down. I kind of want to get my revenge on the bee swarm as well, but they've got 25. We can't do that. We've only got 9 health. We're going to have to eat. We're going to have to eat something restorative, or change it that it heals it no matter what your top is. It always adds like 10 or 20 or whatever on top of what you've got. Evasion. We don't get any more raw meat, which is not the worst thing right now. 268. 268. 271. There's Aura's house. We'll keep it that one. We can put these away in a minute. 2, 3, 4 again. I was not expecting another rabbit. Okay, rabbit. Capture! 1 more raw meat. Okay. Keep that out just in case we've got one more time. Let's do it for 5 steps. Roll the die. 8. Oh, that's a bear. Oh god. Okay. You've got to run away from the bear. I'm hoping. Oh god. Right. Let's get the raw meat. My rabbit. Got to find that again. Should have kept that out. We always seem to just never be in the right place. It's always the first ones. There it is. We'll have a different system for chits at some point. Raw meat. Got a lot of raw meat. That's why we need to learn to cook. Right, bear! A bear! Oh, can't believe it. Right, it's not that. Okay, bear. And where's our bear? Oh, there it is. Oh, that's all. Hack. Right, it's got a sneak of 5. If we get a 5 or higher, 5 or 6, then we sneak past it. We get a 1. We do not sneak past it. We're going to have to take 1 hit. We've got 9 health. Oh, we've got 9 health. I'm hoping its first hit will just be a miss. We do have blocks we can use. So the bear. Let's have a look at the. Yeah, I'll show you what the bear looks like. So the bear's there. So I said the information card is the same as the boar, same with all the creatures, animals and monsters. It's got 40 health, and it does some things at the end of. It says turn 1, 2, 3, but it should be round 1, 2, 3 because on the back here we've got 3 of the rectangles instead of 2. So that means you reshuffle at the end of round 3. But we are going to run as fast as we can away from this bear. And that should be good in a way to get 2 hits of damage, because then we can heal. I have to think about the healing. Maybe it's just a flat amount added on to what you've got rather than limited to your max. Right. What's it got? Ah! It's a miss! No way. Ah. Oh, fantastic. That's good. Right. Fantastic. We don't have to do anything. Okay. Well, right. So we know where we are. 5 steps. At Board's house. We're going to put these cards away. We just got out to. What are we on? 268. And then down. 226. 223. 181. 178. So 178. 181. Done. Yeah, so I don't think it takes too long. But I guess this is a game for people who want to relax and go on adventures. A relaxing adventure. I don't know how many people want to do that. But I quite like the idea of doing that. Right, there we are then. So what I do is I will put where we are back into our tracker, our quest tracker. 5 steps on the right card, and that's us packed up. You know, it doesn't take long, I don't think. We've got a lot of raw meat in our satchel. How much do we have? Okay, we've got 10, 12 raw meats. And we've got our boar hide, so we can upgrade 1 bit of item. And we'll have a look at that next stream. So, thanks very much for watching. Yeah, I'm streaming Monday to Thursday, 7 PM UK time, every week for the next couple of months. I'm going through all of this, so it'd be great to get some people in the chat or watching online and get some feedback, hopefully. So I'll see you in tomorrow's stream, same time. See you then. Thanks very much.